Surprise! Guess what? I've written a book. More specifically, a Stephen King quiz book. The ultimate Stephen King quiz book, in fact. And this little video to tell you all about it. Let's go. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Dave Musson, at Dave Musson on Instagram, and this is a place where I talk to you about stuff to do with Stephen King. Now this is a special bonus episode for my channel, specifically for me to plug my new book, The Ultimate Stephen King Quiz Book, which has just been released and I would love for you to go and pick up a copy of. But before we get to that, another plug from stuff I do is my newsletter, of course. Now if you sign up to my newsletter, just as a thank you for signing up, you get my collection mirrored plus 10 Tiny Tales of Terror as an ebook for free just for signing up. The email itself, well, that gets you a short story from me every week and an indie horror author recommendation also from me for you to go and check out and discover some new talent. So hit the link up there and you can sign up to my newsletter, you can get my collection for free, and that would be a very nice thing for you to do. Now in this video, I'm here to tell you about my book, The Ultimate Stephen King Quiz Book, which is available now on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. So in this video, it's basically an extended advert. So if you don't want to watch it, well, a bit rude, but feel free to skip off. Maybe click the link to go and buy yourself a book or find it in the description below. But otherwise, I want to tell you the story about this book and hopefully you'll stick around to hear it. Okay, we're talking The Ultimate Stephen King Quiz Book, written by me, available now on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. So, where did this come from? Well, if you want a more thought out version of this story and more enjoyable version of this story, then check out my appearance on the Losers Club podcast. You can hit the link right there and you can find out more about the genesis of the book, and you can hear me quizzing some of the losers as well. But I'll go through some of it here if for whatever crazy reason you don't want to go and check out that amazing podcast. So this all started back in lockdown. Remember that? Yeah, fun times. So I started doing some Stephen King quizzes on my Instagram and it really grew from there. People seemed to like them, and then people suggested that I should write a book, and I did. And 2 years later, here it is. It took 2 years to write, mainly because, well, life got in the way and I had about 9 months where I didn't do anything on it. But you know, it's finally here. And within this book, well, let me tell you, there are 172 individual 19-question quizzes on Stephen King. So we've got quizzes like general Stephen King knowledge, we've got a music round, there's an anagrams round, there's an arithmetic round. But of course, the bulk of this book is quizzes on Stephen King's work. So if you've been looking for a book with a 19-question quiz on every single Stephen King book from Carrie to Fairy Tale, or just about every single Stephen King adaptation from Carrie to Mr. Harrigan's Phone, The Ultimate Stephen King Quiz Book is the one for you. I'm not kidding. It has got a lot of stuff here. And when it comes to the adaptations, I've not quite covered every single sequel, not in terms of giving them the full 19 questions treatment, but I've tried to make sure that they get at least one question in there. So yeah, this is ultimate. I tried to make it as comprehensive as possible. And I found some lovely little quirks of fate, some car, if you will, while I was creating this book. Obviously 172 quizzes, 17 plus 2, 19. Deliberate choice from me. 19 questions in each quiz, also deliberate choice by me. Purely coincidental, when you multiply 172 by 19, you get 3,268. And if you add 3 plus 2 plus 6 plus 8, you get 19. So as I mentioned, for each book and for each adaptation, there are 19 questions. Not only that, I also offer a one-line summary of that thing. So let's pick one at random. The Green Mile. One of the most compelling and heart-wrenching stories ever. That's my one-line story. I also decided, because it seemed like a good idea at the time, to write a haiku, an original haiku, for every single book and adaptation covered in this quiz book. So sticking with The Green Mile, because I can't be bothered to change page again, here's my haiku. He's a magic man. Coffee, but not like the drink. He just wants to help. That's just a sample. I mean, let's try and find something I didn't like. Bear with me a second. Mercy, 2014. One-line summary. No thanks. Haiku. This movie just fails. No fear, no horror, just flat. Straight to DVD. That gives you an idea of some of the haikus, and the haikus could almost be an extra quiz round for you, if you wanted. So, what else can I tell you about this book? It's really good. It's 2 years of my life, and I think you'll get something from it. I've tried to write it in a way that is fun, and I've tried to make it so that you might learn some stuff, as well as get to do some quizzing. And I mean that in a non-patronising way. I've tried to find some interesting facts and trivia out for you, so you can always see it as an extra reference guide. Of course, another reason to buy it is the amazing cover art by Blake Austin. You may have seen me wearing some of Blake's t-shirts. He's Loudmouth Threads on Instagram. This was an original piece that I commissioned Blake to do specifically for this project. He did it for me back in April 2021. That's how long it's been since version 1 of this book was ready. But version 2 is here now, and I couldn't be more excited. So, if you're looking for a Christmas present, or any other form of holiday present for a constant reader, well, get this, it's brand new, and it's a great chance for them to test their knowledge on literally anything from the world of Stephen King. Like I say, try to make it as comprehensive as possible, and I feel like I've done that. And, well, really now, I'm floundering as to what to say. Your support for my channel over these last couple of years has meant the absolute world to me. And I think most of you who subscribe would dig this book. So if you're able to and you're interested, do consider buying it. It's a bit of a one-off, if it can be a one-off. Certainly I can't think of any other books like it. And, well, it's something I've spent a lot of time on, a lot of energy on. And you can hear me talking a bit more about that on that episode of the Losers Club that I referenced earlier. Sorry, I feel like I'm trying to build it to something really sentimental. I'm not. Fucking buy it. Give me some money. I mean, it's £15 on Amazon for UK, which is about $17 US. Of that, I'll be totally open with you, of that £15, if you buy one from Amazon, I will get $3.99. If you buy it on Barnes & Noble, I think I get $1.99 or something. I'm not in this to make loads of money. I'm in this to try and get this out there into the hands of Stephen King fans, because I think you'll like it. I'm a Stephen King fan, and I really like this book. I had a lot of fun writing it, and, well, I hope you have fun reading it. In fact, something else I haven't told you about yet, some other things for you to check out that you might enjoy. Let's have a look. Font choices. So all the header fonts are in Bengwe. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's the kind of classic 80s King font. The other font is Bembo, which is actually the font that King uses in all the books on my shelf. Yes, I went that deep. I looked up what fucking font he uses and matched it. So there you go. And let's take a look at what we've got inside. There's an introduction from me, which is probably, I should have just read that in this video because it's much better and makes more sense than I'm talking now. But hey, I wanted to leave you something new to read when you buy the book. There's also, and I'm really grateful for this, there is a foreword from Michael Rothman, who is the co-host and co-founder of the Losers Club podcast. And I can't thank Mike enough for being involved with this, for his help promoting it and for contributing the foreword. It's fantastic. And then I'll take you through the different sections. So we've got the warm-up section. So we've got some general Stephen King knowledge. We've got a round about Stephen King's own family. We've got anagrams. We've got geography. We've got first lines. We've got opening quotes. We've got a Who Am I round. And then we get into the novels. So we've got all of King's novels, 19 questions on each. We've got all of Bachman's novels, 19 questions on each. We've got all of the Dark Tower books, including 19 questions on Charlie the Choo Choo. There's also non-fiction. So 19 questions on Danse Macabre, on writing and Faithful. I wrote 19 questions on The Plant. We've got Richard Bachman trivia as a sort of general knowledge thing. And then we've got movies and TV. So we've got a quick round on cameos from Stephen King and leading actors in Stephen King adaptations. And then we've got every adaptation from Carrie right through to Mr. Harrigan's phone covered. We've even got 19 questions on Golden Years, for fuck's sake. Like I said, it's thorough, it's ultimate. I've tried to give as much of a deep dive as I could possibly go. And then what have we got as a cool down round? Because I remember doing a cool down round, but I can't remember Bear with me. I can't remember what's in it. So we've got last lines. We've got more geography. We've got a music round. We've got cool death. We've got arithmetic. And we've got the ultimate Stephen King chronology. So, I mean, what do you want? Just go and buy the book. Yeah, I mean, that would be nice. Yeah? Okay, that got a bit rambly in the end, but you get the message. I've written a book. It's a Stephen King quiz book. You're going to love it. So hit the links that either I put up at the top earlier, or you can find in the description below. Available now on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. I've self-published, so those were the two most accessible places. But please do go and check out this book if you feel able to, and let me know what you think of it. And hey, maybe we should do a live quiz on here. If you'd like that, let me know in the comments, and we'll see what we can do. Otherwise, hit me up on Instagram. I'm at Dave Musson, always happy to chat. And if you spot any typos in the book, just keep them to yourself. I don't want to hear about it. Okay, I will see you very soon.